Hello. So if you're watching this, then you know we're in for a massive surprise. So this is Springtrap before the rest of the video. I put a black wash on them ages ago and I ripped off all the wires pre to it. But there's a lot of flaws with this guy. First of all, the eyes do not line up. These eyes are far too high. They're supposed to be much more down. And when that goes on, it just doesn't work. The lightness is not great. This is supposed to be messing much more. Look at that. Look at that, eh? Look at that. It stays fine, but it's just so floppy. The fingers missing, the hands are in a crappy pose. The feet, he constantly falls over. His feet are loose. This one's not bad. I think this one's not bad. Nope, it's loose. This guy is going to get massively worked. So we're going to go from this. Okay, well. Oh boy. Wow, the result. Damn, I just finished this. I sculpted it all last night, and then I painted it all, and man, this is so much better than that initial result. The yellow may come off a bit bright on camera, but it's actually a mixture of, like, this section you can definitely tell is a mixture of green and yellow to kind of give it that really dirty look. The teeth do have a black wash on them. So look at that head. You probably can't see, but he does have white pupils, which is true to the game. Although you can't really see him that well, it's a lot darker when you see him. He does have more wires, got several wires sticking out of his head, even the hole in the side of his head, which you do see when he's crawling through the vents. You do see him with a hole in his head and some wires coming out. He's got a wire here, which bit of paint got painted over by accident, so it's kind of sticking out yellow. I redid this here, cut a bit off, and hold on, just focus. Hold on, come on, focus. There, you can see I painted this area here gunmetal and painted these two wires silver to the endoskeleton parts. And then I basically just did a lot of glue. I redid the feet as well. The feet don't move as much just because of the wiring is in the way. They do move. They're just very, very hindered by the wires. But they rotate though. This is very, very hindered. Need to kind of flex these up a bit more, maybe. Yeah, because these wires are actually it's a copper-based wire for electronics. I need to resolder my Gypsy Dangers light, so that's what the wire came in handy for this guy. So you know you can pose it if you wanted to. Not that it's really meant to. Hands are brand new, as you can see. Look a bit mangled. Yes, I know. No pun intended, because mangled's right there. They look a bit scratched up and beat up. Yes, he does have part missing there. Everything that's painted is correct when it comes to the hands. All the gunmetal parts. That part turned out on the hand turned out a bit too neat, my liking. He does have a fingertips here, missing the pads, well, missing the costume parts. And he is supposed to be missing that finger. He is supposed to be missing that in the screenshots. I have seen him like that. And the back, I use screenshots, so I got the list. He's supposed to have 2 rips, but I couldn't fit 2 in, so I just fit 1 in. And, you know, I continued on the back. That was accidental, but I just improvised and made it like that, so, you know, gave him a bit more detail. Okay, so if you haven't seen one of these, if this is the first time seeing one of these videos, the articulation is exactly the same. The head can look this far down. It would go a bit further down. Goes that far up. It'll, it's a bit finicky at the moment. Tilt. Doesn't tilt that much that way. It will, of course, rotate. The arms are on the hinge and swivel, so they swivel and then they hinge. Elbows on the hinge, wrists hinge, swivel. Mid-torso is on a ball joint, but due to the wires, you're only really going to get a rotation. And that one's actually glued in, and that one actually moves with the rest of it, so that's pretty cool. Legs, hinge at an angle. They bend at the knee. And the feet are a hinge and a swivel. I did tighten this foot up, by the way. This one's still a bit loose, but the wires kind of stop it from being still loose. For those of you who don't know, this was the first figure I ever made. I have just heavily remastered him. For those of you who watch it who know, well, yeah, you already know. Yeah, this guy was an experiment when I first did him, and then I decided to redo him, and I'm really happy with this result. Oh, he still retains the purple guy feature, but it's a lot bloody freakier. It's a lot freakier. Look at them teeth. Hold on. Look at those teeth. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Again, what I did was I ripped a load of it apart. I disconnected all the limbs from their joints, so, you know, that wasn't breakage. I cut the snout off of here, and I drilled a hole in the head using a knife, just getting a knife and twisting it around. I did it with the same with the eyes and got some clay, rolled it into balls for the eyes. So the snout's new, the hole in the head's new, the hands are new, the chest, the whole upper torso section is new, the shins and the feet are new. The arms, well, this shoulder pad fell off before, so I made a new one for it, because, you know, the previous version it fell off. The upper arms, the lower arms, the lower torso, the hip section and the thighs, and the most of the head are exactly the same. But everything else is brand new. Paint, eyes, you know, nose and all that. And this is just really, really cool. I'm really happy with this. I hope if Scott Cawthon sees this, I hope he'd be proud of it. I mean, this is really an incredible result. It is it makes me so happy. You probably see there. I used a lot of paint. Just give me a sec to get the paints and I'll show you what I did. So to get all these colours, these are what I used. For the eyes, as in the silver parts in the eyes and the silver part there, I used Stormhost Silver. These are all Games Workshop paints. You can find them at your local Games Workshop stores. They're really good. They are acrylics, so they do have potential to scratch off. For all the flesh, all the purple guy's flesh, including the head underneath, I used Corn Red. So yeah, Corn Red, bit of a funny name. For the metal and the endoskeleton, most of it, with the exception of the part in the ear, was lead belcher. This stuff reeks when you open it. And there's a serial number printed funny on mine, as you can probably see there. But yeah, this stuff stinks when you open it. Same with this. This is a high pigmentation paint. This isn't... you can tell it's high pigment because it's got the white top. It's a special one. This one's just a normal one, but it's a metallic, so that's probably why it stinks. But all the gunmetal on there, all the dark metal colour was done with this. The button was done just with black. The only time black really features on this figure. It only features on the button. For the inner chest piece here, I mixed Flashgitz yellow with Castilian green. 3 parts Flashgitz yellow, 3 parts yellow with 1 part green. Obviously, you want it mostly yellow because it was too green when I first did it, so I put a lot more yellow in it. Also, the pads on the ears are also that colour. And for the nose, it's just pure Castilian green. For the rest of the body, the yellow was mixed with Elysian green and Flashgitz yellow. Again, same formula. 3 parts yellow, 1 part green. So that's that. The teeth are 2 parts white, Scar, to a 1 part Elysian green. Same with purple guys. Also, the teeth in the purple guy head, as you can probably see those lines right there, are done with Castilian green and a toothpick. The dots for the eyes are done with white, and the teeth were lined up with a non-oil wash. This is a wash paint, so if you douse the whole thing in it, it's basically what I did to Phantom Foxy there. I literally gave him the world's thickest coat of this stuff, and it made him look burnt and horrible. So he basically is made up of all different colours. A lot of mixing. I'd say these 4 colours got mixed. And the way they got mixed was this one to this one, this one to this one, and this one to this one. So you get the general idea. These 4 were mostly the mixes. You know, there, and there. So 1, 2, 3 mixes, 3 entirely new colours for Springtrap. Pairing him with your animatronics, Funtime Freddy Fazbear, who's been redone. As you can see, he's got cheeks, new brown paint. Withered Bonnie, Chica, who I think maybe I might make her head a bit round, I'm not sure, but I do kind of like it like that, although the rest of the body turned out amazing. I mean, that big paint is fantastic. Nightmare Fredbear, who I may redo him to make him a bit fatter. Foxy the Pirate. Mangle, who's going to get the same technique done to Phantom Foxy here, with the wires being used for the endoskeleton parts. I'm going to do it on Mangle, but I'm going to do that another time because I've just finished Springtrap namesake, and yeah, it was a pain in the arse. But and then Springtrap. So this is all the characters. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, I don't know who the 10th should be. I'm thinking maybe Baby or Balloon Boy. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, ugh, Balloon Boy. Well, here's the thing. I like Balloon Boy. Oh, if you just noticed, Mangle is somewhat leaning on Foxy. Yes, I ship these two together. Mangle's a female, Foxy's a male. I think it's obvious Mangle's a female because she has lipstick. But yeah, it's the same with Funtime Foxy from Articulation. It's a she as well. I may do another attachment for Funtime Freddy, which will be a bonnet. I'm not too sure. I do like the way this guy... If you want to know how this guy turned out, watch his review. In fact, I'll just go grab it. He has, and they're all falling over drunk, he has the detachable forearm feature. As you can see right there, it's a peg, hole, peg. But yeah, they see these for a set in the front. Fun fact: Chica's cupcake is mostly metal. The candle is a nail, and the plate is a coin. You'll probably see the detail right there. It's a British coin, so British, you know, Great British pound or Great British sterling pound, but it's a penny. So anyway, Springtrap turned out really good. Here he is with Alan Grant. He's a lot bigger. This is a Kenner Alan Grant, by the way, so, you know, I do own some vintage toys. Don't have a 7-inch figure at the moment to compare it to. They're all in that box over there. And, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the redo of Springtrap. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I mean, I consider this the definitive version, at least for me anyway. I really like the way this guy turned out. He is fantastic. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, if you want another animatronic being built, post in the comments. I'm thinking maybe doing the puppet or something. But yeah, post in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.